called on this computer. So we have a few things we want to learn today, since it's the last class before Tisha B'Av, and we want to learn a bit of the halachot of the 9 days. Although we passed already a few of the 9 days, but still, I get quite a few questions. And also some halachot of Tisha B'Av, of the 9th of Av. So let's start from the 9 days. And I think one of the two common questions I see in the 9 days. One is about buying things, and one is about doing laundry. So that's the two common questions. Another common question is about taking a shower or having a shower, depending where you come from, during the 9 days. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so next we go after taking a shower. Okay, so let's start from shopping during the 9 days, and then doing laundry during the 9 days, and then taking shower during the 9 days. What is it? What type of shopping? Okay, what type of shopping? So, yeah. So we have the Chazal say Mishnichnas Av Mematim Besimcha. When Av comes in, we act like people who are mourning. So not completely, because we don't sit shiva, we don't sit on the floor, but we act in some aspects like people who are mourning Mematim Besimcha. Now the question is, what does it mean Mematim Besimcha, and what does it mean Simcha? What does it mean happiness? Or we take our joy to a lower level. So what does it mean? Reduce the happiness. What does it mean? What does it mean, simcha, happiness? Yeah, so that's the main question. We have reduced happiness, which brings to doing shopping. One of the things which a happy person is, right? For some people, that's such a hard thing to. Yeah. I saw once. I think it was an advertisement for Target about the husbands of Target. They have a whole club of men outside Target, and when the wives do shopping, and they try to convince their wives to go and do shopping because they have ready TV and they have a barbecue in the car lot of Target, and they have a whole. They take turns looking after the kids. So that's a. But anyway, let's take us out of the topic. So, what does it mean with reduce happiness? And one way to show it is to do the minimal things we need to live. Okay, to do the basic things, not the minimal things. To have the basic things we need for living. Anything which is beyond that, that's already that's growth. It brings us some kind of joy or some kind of happiness. Okay, so that's maybe a good explanation for happiness, because everyone becomes happy from something else. One has a good joke. The regular actions that we do, which are more than the regular way of living. Now, it can be many, many things. We have to stop laughing at all. We have to wake up, eat, work, go to sleep. No jokes, no talk, no chatting. Yeah, Chazal said, reduce happiness. They didn't say, don't be happy at all. Okay? So according to most poskim, that's what it means. We reduce happiness, and what we refrain from are the things which Chazal mentioned. Okay, so if our sages mentioned a list of a few things like shopping, like building different kinds of houses, which maybe we'll mention soon, that's what we don't do. But other things, so we can do during the 9 days. One of the things is masar watan or mischar, which means doing shopping. Now, you need food. The regular way of living is you need food, right? So you can buy food. You could even buy meat. Although our custom is not to eat meat during the 9 days, on Shabbat you can eat meat. After the Shabbat you can eat meat. So during the 9 days you can buy meat because you need it for the 9 days. So anything which is for the regular way of living, you can do it. Things which are usually for long term, for example, clothes, new bike, things which are long term, that should wait until after the 9 days. We have a few exceptions for it, and one of them, if it's on sale, and that sale will end now. So sale ends another 3 days. If you won't buy it now, it's the end of season. You won't be able to buy it for that price. The prices will go up again, or the item might sell out. So when you have a loss from not buying, So then you can buy, and don't use it until after the 9 days. Put it aside, don't use it until after the 9 days. The same if you need something for now. See, someone's car broke down and he needs his car to go to work. He can't leave in the regular way until we found a car, because he needs to go to work, he needs to meet people, he has all of his kids, and so that he can do. Also, same thing, we don't move houses. If someone can wait until after the 9 days for moving houses, so don't move, bring the 9 days, move afterwards. If a person now, his contract ended and he needs to leave today, and the next day, and he has already a place to move, and he'll be out of the house for a week if he doesn't move now to the new apartment, so he can move to the new apartment. What about painting the apartment? Can you live in an apartment if it's not painted? Of course, you can live in an apartment if it's not painted. So painting the apartment, let's call it siyud or kiyur shel simcha. It's for happiness, because you can live in a house if it's not painted. It looks nicer. It gives you can feel, wow, have a nice house when it looks shiny and white or pink or whatever, purple, whatever color you painted. It gives a nice feeling, right? Or maybe not pink, okay? Depending on each one and the colors that they like. Right, the purple house. You can paint your purple room. It's purple. So they say purple gives a calm feeling. Anyway, so yeah. So that we don't do during the 9 days, because that's beyond our regular needs. Okay, so whatever we need, we can do during the 9 days. Whatever is beyond the regular needs, we don't do on the 9 days. I'll skip washing, laundry, and I'll go to showering, taken showers during the 9 days, because that connects to the same idea of what is beyond and what is our regular needs. Okay, so in the olden days, how often did they have showers? Once a week, once in 2 weeks, depending. Some of them sometimes thought it's healthy. So because they didn't have showers in the house, and it was quite, they had to go to a shower house, and they had to get the water from the wells. It wasn't so easy. They also didn't have time. They used to work from sunrise until sunset. When do you have time to take a shower? There's no lights, there's no electricity. How do you take a shower? So they used to take a shower once in every X time. I don't know, once. So taking a shower isn't the basic need. It's just you can take a shower. Great, wow, great for you.
The kosher at the Mosque is closed 3 days next week. The day before, during, and after, so people don't take showers.
Won't take showers. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the reason.
Or because the 9 days, maybe.
Monday.
Yeah. So that's taking showers. In Europe, also, it's cold outside. How often do you need to take showers in Europe? Not so terrible. So the Rama is posek. He holds that you can't take showers during the whole 9 days, from the beginning of Av until after Tisha B'Av. You cannot take showers during the 9 days. Including in that also is going to a swimming pool, right? Or going to a mikveh. Someone who he doesn't. Some people who are Hasidish, they toivel every day before davening, before shachrit, they go to the mikveh. So for them, we'll get to it very soon. They go to the mikveh. It's a basic need. We'll get to it soon. But for a regular person, now I want to go to the mikveh. Well, how come today you want to go to the mikveh? What about last year or 2 weeks ago or last week? So that's beyond the basic need. Okay, so the olden days, taking showers was beyond the basic needs. We see sometimes that even in the Gemara, it's called istenism. Someone who's very specific, like he's a very stubborn, will be the word maybe. They need to take a shower. If they don't take a shower, they feel like. So in the olden days, 1 out of 1,000 were like that, and they were permitted. They were allowed to take showers during the 9 days, maybe even while mourning, while avelut, while sitting shiva. Today, taking a shower is a basic need for everyone, probably every day. People who live in Ma'ale Adumim will say maybe twice a day. Yeah, twice a day. You go out to the shop, come back, you have to take a shower. It's so hot outside, you have to take a shower. You feel sticky. We feel different in the way we live today. So we can take showers today. But we shouldn't take showers for the pleasure of them. Take showers just to clean ourselves, and that's it. So it usually takes you 5 minutes to take a shower. So cut it short, wash yourself with a cool, lukewarm, maybe water. You don't need the boiling water and steam coming out of the basic needs. That's what we can do. Okay, and that's about taking showers. So the basic needs, that's what we can do on showers. We mentioned someone who goes to the mikveh every day, he can go to the mikveh during the 9 days. Someone who doesn't go to the mikveh every day, he should refrain from going to the mikveh during the 9 days. And that's a relatively simple halacha. What about laundry? Okay, doing laundry during the 9 days. And here we have a halacha which I think it's easier to understand in the past. Today maybe it's a bit harder for us to understand, but still I think also today we can understand it. Chazal said, our sages say, you shouldn't do laundry during the 9 days, and you shouldn't wear clean clothes during the 9 days. Okay? When you think of the old sense, they had 1 or 2 sets of clothes. They did laundry once in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever. And so during the 9 days, don't do laundry. Don't do laundry. Today, we wear a shirt for 1 day, maybe 2 days sometimes. In the 9 days, I'll wear sometimes a shirt for 2 days. Otherwise, I'll wear a shirt for one day, and that's it. So I said to say, don't do laundry during the 9 days. Today, it's a bit of a problem for us because we do laundry all the time. But also we have many, many shirts. So many of us have enough shirts to go through the 9 days without the need of doing laundry. Okay, so that's, and when we say new shirt, we mean a new washed shirt. So if I washed all my shirts before the 9 days, I should wear them for a short time. If I didn't wear them for a short time, I could put them on the floor for some time. They lose the smell. Like when you take out the laundry from the washing machine or from the dryer, you have those special, fabric softeners, right? There's a smell of there's a smell of something clean here, right? So that's our need is to have something to wear. Beyond the need is, wow, this shirt, like, it smells nice, it smells fresh. So that we should remember our temple. We should really remember we are lacking Beit HaMikdash. We want Jerusalem to be built. So I said don't do laundry during the 9 days, and don't wear new clothes. When new clothes, which means fresh clothes during the 9 days. So also towels are an issue. Okay, also towels. But socks and underwear, they don't have they get sweaty all the time. They get also filthy all the time because we sweat in them, and there's no feeling in them usually in my nice clean socks. And no, so those you can wash. And also if you have young kids that they get all the clothes filthy and leaving them sometimes stinky until the end of the 9 days, that's a problem. So also that you can wash during the 9 days. Okay.
What you do with Shabbat?
So for Shabbat, that's also interesting halacha. The Ramah said that on Shabbat. Let's see it. Says the Ramah. I read it in Hebrew and we'll translate it. וכן לכבוד שבת, לובשים כלי פשתן. Okay, so you can wear the nice pishtan. You can wear your nice linen shirts for Shabbat. And you can also have a nice sheets on the bed for Shabbat. For Shabbat, we wear nice clothes for Shabbat. If we said we don't eat meat during the 9 days, we didn't mention it. It's a custom not to eat meat during the 9 days. To remember the korbanot sacrifices we had in the temple, and now we don't have them anymore. On Shabbat, that's beyond the 9 days. You can eat meat during the 9 days, during Shabbat. Okay, let's go now. Since we have only about 10 minutes left, let's skip to the halachot of the 9th of Av. And we'll start from the Seudam of Seket, the last meal we eat before Tisha B'Av. The last meal with Seudam of Seket, the break before we go into the fast, is the meal we eat after the second half of the day, and the meal which is before the fast. So if, let's say the fast comes in at 7, and you have a meal at 6, and then you have a meal beforehand at 4, the last meal isn't the meal of 4, the last meal is the meal you eat at 6. On that meal, we act as if already like mourning. We sit on the floor, each one sits by himself. We don't gather together to say the bracha of Zimun. we eat only bread and one cooked thing. We want one cooked thing. We really act like people who are mourning, and that's for the some burns, some ashes of paper or a bit of wood and put it on the bread, and that's to come in and feel the fast on us. Tisha B'Av is forbidden in with five things, okay? Like Yom Kippur: eating and drinking, which is one; putting oil on the body, which is two; washing, taking showers at all, or washing ourselves unless someone is dirty. Okay? If you have something which is dirty in your hand, so you can wash the hand because it's dirty. Wearing leather shoes, and having relations with the wife, and they've also just mentioned the last thing: we don't sleep on the same bed on Tisha B'Av. I think a very, very common question on Tisha B'Av is people who aren't feeling well. Okay, can they eat on Tisha B'Av? Can't they eat on Tisha B'Av? How do we define someone who's not feeling well? I'm a bit tired. Okay, is that called not feeling well? And if someone who's not feeling well, does he need to eat like on Yom Kippur, small amounts, or can he just eat the match as he needs? So, what's considered chole? What's considered someone who's not feeling well on Tisha B'Av? On Yom Kippur, only someone who might be in danger. Then only he can eat on Yom Kippur. Tisha B'Av, we're much more lenient. It's from the times of Chazal. We're much more lenient, and we don't need someone to be in danger, even if he's not in danger. Even if the doctor tells us, look, if he'll eat, he'll be fine. He will survive. He will survive. There's no danger for him. No, he can still eat on Tisha B'Av if he is considered, or she considered a chole, someone who is sick. Why? Because the fast is from the times of our sages, from Chazal, and already from then they decided everyone is obligated in the fast. Besides people who aren't feeling well from the beginning already, they are exempt from the fast, so they don't need to fast. They don't need to fast now. At all? They will get to it in just a moment. Okay, so what is considered a chole? What's considered a chole? Okay, what's considered a chole? It's a good question. What's considered a chole? Someone who has a fever is considered a chole. Another definition is someone who needs to stay in bed. He's not feeling well. He needs to stay in bed. He is considered a chole. Now, everyone usually in the fast doesn't feel well because that's the point of the fast. The idea of the fast is let's feel for our body that we are lacking something. We are lacking food. We are really, as a nation, we are lacking the temple. We are lacking Beit HaMikdash. We are lacking all of the nation being united together. So the whole point of the fast is that we feel a bit weak. And it's also the nature of people that some people fast better and feel stronger, and some people don't fast as well. And that's a natural result of the fast. So someone who isn't feeling well because of the natural result of the fast, that's fine. I mean, obviously he needs to continue fasting. Someone who needs to stay in bed, so he can eat and drink and then fast. The same, I think it's Aruch HaShulchan who says it. Someone who now he feels fine, but he knows that if by the end of the fast, if he'll fast, he'll get terrible migraines. Terrible migraines. I met a few people like that. They'll get terrible migraines, and then they'll have to stay in bed and just hope that something will end. Well, might end in an hour, or might end only the day afterwards. They'll get terrible migraines. Although now that moment they aren't considered sick, they aren't considered chole, but they know that the fast will cause them to be someone who will be like in bed. Like he'll have to lie down in bed. They can eat already during the fast. Now the question is, what can they eat? Do they have to eat small portions? On Yom Kippur, we find the idea of eating small portions. On Tisha B'Av, a person does not need to eat small portions. If he can eat, in most cases, they can eat regular. Okay? If for some reason he decided or she decided to eat small portions, it's considered as if they fasted. So if someone, let's say, has a fever, he has a 38 degrees fever, 39 degrees fever, he doesn't need to fast. And he said, instead of drinking all the time, I'll just drink small portions. He's considered as if he fasted. So therefore, he can say in the prayer the special pass, Aneinu, that only people who fast, only they can say. Okay, because he's fasting, so you can say it in the prayer. He can get also early. He's fasting. The fact he's eating a small portion, he's fasting. Okay, so a person who knows he doesn't feel so well, so if he can fast another hour or two and to feel part of the community, he should do it. The same with someone, let's say, who knows he will get migraines in the evening, but he knows that if he fasts until the afternoon or till the noon, nothing will happen to him. So he should fast until the noon, and then he should drink and eat, and then he'll be healthy. So there's still we have the idea of feeling part of the community, being part of the community. That leads us to another halacha. How much we said they can eat. They can eat whatever they need. So if he needs to drink now 2 liters of water, drink 2 liters of water. Can he drink Coke? Can he have an ice cream instead of just having a sandwich? Can he have an ice cream? So no, because we want them still to feel part of the community, feel the being part of we're lacking something. So if you don't need to fast, it's fine, but feel the part of the community, the fact that we are lacking something. Oh, Chayalim, it really depends on the situation. Okay, soldiers, sometimes we'll tell them fast. Sometimes we'll tell them drink already now, because every moment you might come into battle. So it really depends on the situation, where they are, where they're stationed. Okay, so it depends. A soldier who's now in Kohenut, he might every moment they might need to go and to have a mission. It takes, let's say, an hour, 2 hours to recover from the fast. Yeah, so to drink already now. But the soldier who, even if he's cold, he has 2 hours until he'll go into the mission. So we'll tell him fast. And if you call into a mission, drink and stop, break your fast. So it really depends. Maybe the last we have maybe a few more minutes. A very common halacha, maybe not for our group here, is maybe people who are listening to us on Zoom, pregnant woman. Hey, pregnant woman, do they need to fast or don't they need to fast? And there's an interesting halacha that in the past, they used to fast. Pregnant women used to fast. Read the Shulchan Aruch. Ubarot umenikot mit'anot b'Tisha B'Av. They need to fast on Tisha B'Av. The same on as the fast on Yom Kippur. And we have a doctor, so maybe you can ask: is that a problem or not a problem to fast or not to fast? We won't ask, but today our culture has changed, and people, the way something has changed. Just the fact that in the past they used to have 2 meals a day. Right? So let's say a fast of Tisha B'Av. They are skipping only breakfast. That's it. The dinner beforehand, they ate before the fast, and the dinner, they'll just postpone it an hour or two. They're skipping only breakfast. So they're skipping breakfast and drinking through the day. I'm not sure if they used to drink the same amounts we used to drink. I'm not sure. It's a good question. Just because water was, I'm not sure. That's a question. But for some reason, in the past, pregnant women can fast. There's no issue about it, or they should just fast. Today, we became really a bit concerned. And we have different opinions in the poskim. Some will say already from the beginning, in those few months where a woman doesn't feel so well, so she can drink. I think Dov Frimer, our neighbor, he checked many poskim, and he brought quite a list of poskim who say that a pregnant woman can eat already or drink from the beginning of a pregnancy. He also brought other poskim who hold no, only from the 4th month, from the 5th month, towards the end, maybe if it might cause her to give birth early, and that's a problem. So we have different opinions in the poskim, and therefore I think there's no right answer, but any woman who's pregnant can just ask and find a rabbi to answer. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we pray that we won't need to fast. We have Beit HaMikdash, we have full redemption, and we won't need to fast.
Take a pill, either regular medication.
Without drinking, you can take a pill.